It is that time for my response to a tweet. And today's tweet says, the closer we get to the end of this thing, the more we see we need honesty. Hashtag birther. Boy, that's real funny. I thought this was funny when we got this. The closer we get to the end of this thing, the more we see we need honesty. Hashtag birther. Wow. And it's basically making the accusation that Ted Cruz is not being honest, or there might be an issue with him being able to be the president of the United States. And the interesting part about this is that it's being sideswiped by someone who is notorious for making these points. But here's my response. You're right to a certain degree. The closer and closer we get to this thing, the more and more I see that conservatism is just totally out the window. We're not even trying to look for conservative values, Republican or American principles. That's out the window. I'm seeing that the effectiveness of liberalism is just so monumental. We are watching liberal tactics being played on a conservative sideline. The conservative playbook that all the coaches and everybody, our star player, is playing with is all liberal. The majority of it's liberal. So conservatism, no longer there. Being Republican, no longer there. And he constantly rises in the polls with all these liberal tactics. So I'm seeing this is day 3 of no one talking about the liberal deception tactic that he used in his very first commercial. Stoking the emotions and the frustrations of America, like liberals do. No one's talking about that. The president brings a distraction of our guns. And then now we're done, the tears have dried up, and now we're realizing that there's really nothing he can do but just run his mouth. Then now we have the distraction of Ted Cruz's citizenship. But nobody's talking about the lie that's perpetuated, the dishonesty, the liberal tactic perpetuated by our Republican frontrunner. So I'm coming to the conclusion that integrity and honesty and conservatism is out the window. Congratulations, Donald Trump. Make America Great Again, a bumper sticker slogan, has now become the thing that needs to be protected more than any of our conservative values, any of our constitutional protections, and any of those things. Congratulations. So now, since I can come to the conclusion that conservatism's gone, the Constitution's gone, and all these kind of things are gone, I'm going to try to appeal to you to let's keep one thing there. Something that are evangelicals and just human beings, period. And this doesn't have color involved. Matter of fact, this doesn't even have religion involved. It doesn't have any of these divisive things that liberals have introduced into our body politic or inside of just everything. Everything is so freaking divided amongst everything. Haves and have-nots, cops and not cops, and blacks and whites and Hispanics and Muslims and all these kind of things. We're so divided. A lot of this still perpetuated by the Republican side, by our dear frontrunner. Division, division, division. So I'm going to appeal to maybe we can look at this whole race through the lens of inspiration. And I'm going to drive this point home because I believe this is all we have left. inspiration. And then let's ask this question of our candidates. Whatever tactic you use, whatever cover up you try to create, or whatever, what are you inspiring us to do or be or want to achieve as Americans? What are you inspiring us to do? Now, because our dear front runner loves the attention, I'm going to oblige. I'm going to make sure he gets the attention. Why? He's the front runner, and I believe he should not be. From conservative lenses, from Republican lenses, from inspirational lenses. One, let's look at the liberal side. What are liberals going to inspire us to do and be in the future? They're going to inspire us to take away our guns. They're going to inspire to kill our babies in the womb. They're going to inspire us to get rid of God and get rid of prayer. They're going to inspire us to ditch the rule of law. They're going to inspire us to have government-provided health care. They're going to inspire us to get rid of traditional marriages. They're going to inspire us to no longer look at boy, girl, man, woman. They're going to inspire us to have the government be the one who feeds us. They're going to inspire us to give freebies at the expense of the rich. They're going to inspire us to keep our borders open. They're going to inspire us to move towards Sharia law through radical Islam, or they're going to inspire. This is what the liberals are going to inspire us to do. How do we know? Because the president in his State of the Union coming up is saying that there's a massive success that needs to be continued in America, and everything that I've outlined is what we have achieved in America under this liberal president. We're going to be inspired to look at the police as our natural born killers, our enemy. And we're going to be inspired to look at criminal activity as a civil rights march. We're going to be inspired not to look at the content of anybody's character, but the color of their skin. And we need to have this continue. That's what the liberals are running, and that's what they're going to inspire us to continue. And of the last 7-8 years haven't shared anything with you, how is that working out for us? It's so horrible that now, because somebody can say some cool stuff, make America great again, that becomes our front runner, and he's using almost 90% of every liberal tactic that I've just shared with you. What is he inspiring us to do? To be? He's inspiring us to be divisive. All you got to do is look at his supporters. When you do not bow to him, look how divisive his supporters can be. I have to give some credit. A lot of the Trump supporters that listen to this show, they are being very, very American, and they're being very cordial. Nobody's called me the N-word like they felt comfortable in doing. Some of their bigotry is not rise to the surface like cream. You know, we're doing our American thing. We're agreeing to disagree. We're having a dialogue, so I have to give credit where credit's due. I wish you guys could get your candidate, our front runner, to see that same thing of civility. But he's going to inspire us to do what? He's going to inspire us, because guess what? America is just as important with the people who lose as it is as the people that succeed. Why? Because a person that loses can always be inspired to continue trying to make some adjustment, this and that. Our front runner says, if you're a loser, you don't even deserve to be on the same stage as him. So if you're a loser in his mind, you don't even deserve to have any of your credit of your successes articulated. You're a loser. You're losing in the polls. You shouldn't have no say-so in a presidential debate. You're unimportant to him. If you're a loser in your looks, you deserve to be ridiculed for them. If you're a loser in your functionality of your limbs, that means if you're handicapped, you deserve to be ridiculed. If you're a black person that interrupts him, you deserve to be beat up. You deserve to be roughed up. Our frontrunner is inspiring us to do what? To be liberal. See, that's how I know conservatism is gone, because now we have accepted a liberal, a lifelong functioning liberal, and we've allowed him to make us believe he was a conservative. So conservative values and principles he does not use, so I know conservatism is gone. And all we have left is inspiration. And our front runner, how inspiring is he? Bigots on the rise. Hey, inspiration is all we got left, people. And I think we should all come together on that. Hey, that's my response to a tweet on The Phil Williams Show.